Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving me a like. Thanks for commenting. Really appreciate it. Here's our next model. We're going to be using some different functions. Let's see here. We're going to be using a rotate and the draft function. So follow along. Let's go ahead and make a new part. Start a new sketch. I will be using the XZ plane. We'll go ahead and start with a square here. Now all these dimensions are going to be in millimeter, and that's okay. All we have to do is make sure to type in the millimeter function at the end of your dimension. So this one is going to be 120 millimeter. Hit your tab key by 120 millimeter. Hit your enter key. Okay, so we'll finish sketch, and we are going to extrude 80 millimeter minus 12 millimeter, just like that. And we'll need to chamfer your corners, and that is going to be 15 millimeters. And the way I'm rotating this part is I'm holding my shift key and the wheel on your mouse. That's how I'm rotating this part around. So we'll go ahead and hit apply. We'll create a new sketch on the top surface. It's going to be a circle. It's going to be a 65 millimeter. We'll go ahead and create another circle that is going to be 65 millimeter plus 12 millimeter. Finish sketch. We're going to be cutting the center 25 millimeters. And before you hit your enter key, hit this green cross or plus sign to apply and create a new extrusion. And we're going to be applying a new extrusion to this surface here, and it's going to be 4 millimeters. Go ahead and hold the shift key and your wheel on your mouse and rotate to the bottom. We're going to be creating a new sketch, and it's going to be a 80 millimeter circle. Finish sketch. We're going to extrude that 12 millimeter, and we'll create another sketch on that surface, which will be another circle, which will be a 32 millimeter. Finish sketch. We are going to extrude, and I'm going to use the cut function with the cut to. So you have to select this face here. Hit OK. So now we can create a new sketch. On any of these faces will work. And it's going to be a circle that is 36 millimeter. Right click OK. Use the vertical constraint. Make sure it's at the center of our part. Right click OK. We'll create some lines. To the top. Just like so. And we'll go ahead and close this. Just like that. Oh, well, I didn't quite make it there, did I? So we'll go ahead and create a new line. There we go. Now it's closed. So I didn't want to do that. I want to trim this. So we'll go ahead and trim that. Right click OK. So now what we can do is we need to create a dimension here from the bottom to the bottom of this radius. So we'll go to dimension. We want a dimension from here to here. Just like that. And it's going to be a 40 millimeter. 40 millimeter. Okay, so we'll go ahead and finish the sketch. We need to extrude that feature. We're going to be cutting 8 millimeter. Hit OK. Now we're going to be using the draft function. We're going to be using the fixed plane. So select the bottom face and then the side face, and it's going to be 60 degrees. Just like that. Good isometric. Alright, so we're going to be rotating this feature around, and we're going to copy it 3 other surfaces. So let's go ahead and do that. Circular. Features. We're going to go ahead and select the extrusion 6 and this face draft 1. If you hold your control button, just like that. Oops, we don't need that. We need this one. Okay. And it needs an axis to rotate from. So we'll go ahead and select the Y axis. And it's going to be 4 different ones. Just like that. Alright, let's go ahead and create the slot. Go to top view. So here, select this face here. Create a new sketch. We need to create a rectangle. And it's going to be 18 millimeter wide. Hit enter. Finish sketch. Good isometric. Extrude that face, that feature. And it's going to be a cut. And it's going to be 8 millimeters. So go ahead and hit OK. Now we're going to be using the draft function once again. Change your angle to 30 degrees. We'll select this face and that face. That face. Just like that. Alright, hit apply. Alright. Now we just need to create the 4 holes and we'll be done. Pretty quick. So go ahead and hit your top view. We'll create a sketch on this face, this plane. We're going to create a bolt circle of 115 millimeter. Right click OK. Now we're going to change this to a construction line. We're going to create another line from here to here. It's going to be the center. right there, 45 degrees from the center line. Right click OK. We're going to change that to a construction plane or a construction line as well. We're going to create a circle right here that intersects. It's going to be a 16 millimeter. Just like that. Right click OK. Now we're going to rotate this feature. So we will click on circular, select the geometry, select the axis, amount of holes, finish sketch. Now we need to extrude. These features. We're going to cut. We're going to cut to this face. Just like that. Not too bad. If you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments. Now you can change the color of this part right up here. Go ahead and change it to, let's see here, sky blue. Here's the color wheel. You can have fun with this, changing the color. Let me know in the comments what color you changed yours to. And you can also change your view here. Yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Appreciate it. Come back for more. Thank you.